So, all I've done today, basically, is nap. And think about napping and be exhausted. And I took a bath, and then I fell asleep in the bath. And I kind of felt bad about that at first, but I think it's just because I decided to quit vaping, and on top of that, I haven't had hardly any caffeine today, and I worked out yesterday, probably didn't get enough protein afterwards, so my body's fucking tired. But I've been thinking a lot, and I've been reading my new Gaia book, the one that I mentioned in my last video, not the one that I just posted, because that one was from a while ago, but the one that anyway, so the beginning of this book is about how the atmosphere on surrounding Earth's biosphere, remains relatively stable over the course of history since life has existed on Earth. And the reason why our atmosphere does that, as proposed by this book, which I'm a chapter into, is that our atmosphere isn't a non-living extension of our biosphere. It's not like the way plants grow on Earth, as, moss grows on a rock, then the atmosphere grows out from. That's not how it works. What he suggests, James Lovelock suggests that it is the way that all of the life systems on our planet collaborate in their gas exchanges. So, because I'm not a super science genius, I just think of the classic example that everybody knows of the fact that humans breathe oxygen, mammals breathe oxygen, trees and other plant life exhale oxygen and breathe in carbon dioxide, which we exhale. Symbiosis. I don't know why motherfuckers know that fact and I don't know. I was gonna say and don't worship Earth, but I don't know nearly as much about science as some people do. So, it's much more complicated than my brain concept. But immediately after I was in the bath reading this chapter of this book, I came up to my room and I was looking for videos that had like promo codes for a free Gaia trial, the Gaia streaming service, because I want to watch that shit, but I don't want to pay $12 a month for it, even though that's a probably very reasonable price for the goals that they have as a company, and I support it a lot. But I was looking through these videos and I stumbled across the playlist of all of the free episodes that Gaia offers on their YouTube channel. And one of those episodes is about medical intuition, I think is the term for it. But in this discussion of medical intuition, Toby is cute, as always. Where was I going? In this discussion of medical intuition, before she gets into the nitty-gritty of, like, different body systems and the physiology of it, she talks about kind of the broad concept of energy fields that surround us. A lot of people call them auras, whether you're a psychic who believes that there's different color associations with auras and you see them and that has its own meaning. But regardless, she says, I can't remember what her title is, but Gaia doesn't really show anybody on their platform who isn't very highly qualified, or at least seemingly very highly qualified. She had a degree in something. She was also a publisher and a co-founder of a publishing company, but she draws out this like little quick shoddy diagram on a whiteboard of, this is how I see you. I see a person. She draws a stick person, and then she says, I see an energy field around you, and everybody lives within an energy field. My mind immediately went to the fact that the Earth lives within the biosphere of Earth lives within an atmosphere. I mean, whether or not you believe that the Earth is its own giant living organism, I think that's a fair comparison. Hey, don't kick me. Boop. I think it's a fair analogy that I guess it's different because gases aren't energy. I mean, gases use energy, and everything uses energy. Another thing that was really weird to me, I know I'm just rambling, but I don't give a fuck. Someone will listen to this. Dave Adam will listen to this. My number one fucking fan, apparently. I just think immediately after that I thought about the fact that the Earth receives energy from the sun and then basically just goes from there. Like, all life on Earth exists because of the energy that we receive from the sun, and then all life on Earth expels its own gases and byproducts into the atmosphere, which has its own dynamic exchange with the Earth itself. So I guess I'm comparing the atmosphere to our energy field as a planet, but it's kind of a productive thought experiment, I think, to imagine maybe our energy field as like an atmosphere that we are definitely 100% feeding out into, but also interacting with constantly. So she was talking about how she would explain later in the video the ways that she can see objectively as a professional medical intuitive. She was saying that how everyone is their own medical intuitive. We're constantly getting information from our intuition, whether we listen to it or not. But she mentioned how when she, as an objective outside person, can see someone's energy field, she would get later in the video into how she can see which parts of it are broken and which parts need to be addressed. But my thoughts on that were kind of, I say kind of a lot, but they were in the realm of like, you know, maybe a dab would help this. Enjoy Toby while I dab. Toby! Tobo! My favorite little hobo. Who doesn't mind when I do drugs next to him? This is my song. I don't write songs, but I actually have. Ooh, someone's home. Un momento. Tobe doesn't really mind the smoke as long as there's not like a ton of it, and I never blow it in his face, obviously, because I'm not an asshole and because I love you. I respect you. But earlier, totally unrelated note, I wrote this poem that I'm proud of, that I just realized is upstairs, so I have to remember it. Oh wait, no, it's also on my Facebook. So I guess this is just like a summary of my day today. My iPhone storage is full. I need a new phone. Surprise! Look at my outfit. Never mind, I can't stand up. Anyway, okay, what'd I write? I saw this article that was about how it was a picture of a baby goat smiling, and it was about how goats can understand human facial expressions, apparently, which I think a lot about whether or not Toby for a prime example, or like other animals have any sense. I mean, obviously they sense our energy fields, but I don't know. Anyway, I wrote, how many cute articles will it take for everybody to realize the truth that I've come to believe? Every creature on this planet is a piece of the same exact thing. Some evolved to have thumbs, some evolved to fly, some evolved to burrow and sense light without eyes. It ended up rhyming a little bit, so that's why I called it a poem, but anyway. It doesn't matter what we look like, or what we can do, or whether your culture labels us as sacred or as food. We are the diverse expression of the only real proven miracle in this universe, Earth. Each of us has a soul, and if you take the time to notice it, every interaction you have with an animal will feel as authentic as the conversations you have with your friends. I swear by that shit. Not only is that one of the key reasons I'm a vegetarian, but also that truth and that full, wholehearted belief in that truth, which I think has always been in me, but it's been strengthened by things I've read, psychedelics I've done, people I've met, experiences, animals I've met. Everything affects it, but it really enriches my perspective on life. Mental illness or not, like, valuing the relationships that I have with pets and with little tiny life forms just as much as I do, like, my human family, it makes life so much more fucking fulfilling. I'm, like, gonna get teary-eyed. I got on here just because I was bored as fuck and wanted to talk about, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to talk about how physically dead I'd felt all day and whether or not that was something to feel bad about, but like I said, it's not, because I'm getting over my nicotine addiction. But that ended on a really meaningful note, and I hope I think of a title good enough to attract the attention that that sentiment deserves.